someone you love stuck indoors, you're giving them a smile. And they need it. By being brave, you're helping us all be brave. Thank you for being an outlet. You're making a big difference. For the love of my
I wasn't living for nine, living just to make the chalk and fall in the nighttime. Gotta get mine. Ain't taking the shot of the loss since I'm on the phone. Call up my niggas saying that how probably should have back 10 grown. Gotta we can hit so bring your shit, cause once again it's on to the dawn with a flip of burn. My wig to the curb, so I swerve and roll out. To pick up the triple six thug, pop of the murder for rapping the two house. Smoke up on the vape bomb so high, I come in the slave with both grenades and engage. I'm a play with till I'm up in the grave. And like, filling in the drop, like, we spotted the place and quickly rolled up. Bulldoze to the living room, hopped out of the car and started to blow up. Fucking like a boom, they blew all their bodies all over the room. Them two ain't gotta move fast, why the purple's coming? Snatch up and yummy, so niggas don't think it's funny. I'm coming up quicker than not quite, cause flesh be loving this money. I'm giving it up, they gotta move fast, why the purple's just making it fun. Staying on your feet, and you better believe, gotta have that cheese for the green leaf, never gets me sleep. Steady on the grind, get mine, get down from a crime, and I hit up to 99. Give it up that, yeah, making me say, yo, point these people to die. These people still gon' lick up that 211. Gotta get what's mine, been better. Been kicking up dust, I'm trailing, failing 1 and 7. That's how it is, and I got to have it, and the not quite. Mission to take a meal and still be real. Thugging on the clock, like creeping on the cover. Won't sleep till I'm done up. Gotta blaze me blood up. Hunt up another pot and skin. Gotta make some break or something. Gotta get that business on. You know that the run is done. They feeling lovely, but I'm just in it for the love of the money. Gotta make that money, man. Money ain't still the same now. Gotta make that money, man. Money ain't still the same now. Gotta make that money, man. Money ain't still the same now. Gotta make that money, man. Money ain't still the same now. Standing on the corner, straight slanging rocks. Oh shit, here comes a motherfucking cop. So I dash, I ducks and I hide behind a tree, making sure the motherfuckers don't see me. That my fat sack of rocks, hell yeah, I stuffed them. Police on my drawers, I had the balls, and yeah, it's still motherfucker. Now my game is tight as fuck. It's my game, easy motherfucking E.O. Eric White, it's all the same. Now niggas might trip on how I stacks my grip. I got to have it, baby. Money, man. For the love of this shit, motherfucker. Been talking me thuggish ways. I'm on my crime every time. Follow me down to 99, and you will find all the big kind. Check out the rips, the man from down. Run up a enemy hood, red straight when I make a big grip with a big click. Follow it, bro, flex. The love I be. Put a big hood, fuck a big pump blood. Got nothing to lose, bitch. You better respect rip. Look at that, just check the slug. It's going down. Gotta bump and be round. Gotta win a big guy. Fine, gotta make that money, man. It's still the same that it running things well. This money is now. Well, I'll take you up into a barrel of a gun. See, for the W done for the blood. I rather get done. So people think we been crawling up on the mission of back in the days when niggas was better with solos and wanted to get paid. But I tell myself, little nigga rich, step up on that mission for money. Jiggy with the cash, so that was your ways, cause me and my nigga was on red. Everything is doubling. Get my just one to the tempo and down, bone, bro, joking. Some niggas just make this shit simple and wrong. To catch one nigga, rebel with bullets and devils and rivers, remember, make killer now. But for the media, 6 feet in the ditch and get rich, cause bitch, you was living on good joke and with ya, then fuck you now. Still about it, still making a killing, nigga, drug dealing, nigga, a million, nothing just for the thugs be chilling. For the money, these niggas be selling, up and niggas quick, money, nigga, thugging, up and crazy skulling. And when I'm stick you and flick you, up in my regular, up for the love and more. Yeah, found in the motherfucking house for the 9 quarts, nigga. Yeah, rolling with Rufus in this bitch. My nigga lazy bone, wishbone, and fleshy bone. And I'm that nigga crazy bone in the motherfucking hell.
To the process towards solution. First of all, we have to get rid of this administration because this country should not be.
All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to a special edition of gangster talk. Oh man, we got a lot going on, people, that we got to talk about. A lot happening with black people right now. You know, this whole thing about George Floyd, we have to make this a precipice. You know, there has to be a change. You know, sitting there watching those tapes, or watching that tape of that man pleading for his life, and with his last breath of life, he called out for his black mother. That got to me. Should get to all of us. And all of this murder about people on national television, it's desensitizing us. Our hearts aren't bleeding for our own people. But the rage is good. What you see going on all over America right now, I think now they're in, what, 22 states? This is the appropriate response. This has to be the response. There has to be action. It's not even about anymore whether it's right or wrong. Because the things that have happened to us has happened to us for far too long. And when you take someone past their cable toe, then you bring whatever retribution that they are capable of exacting on you, on yourself. And I appreciate you coming on and continue to fight your fight and honor what I'm not going to be the one that sit up here and say what's going on out here is wrong and what they're doing is wrong and they shouldn't do this and they shouldn't do that. Yeah, it's always that story. It's always that side of it, right? It's always what we shouldn't do, why we shouldn't do it. But it's never about the police officers who shouldn't be killing us. It's never about the police officers who shouldn't be doing their job in a poor fashion. It's never about that. It's never about the other guy. It's always about us. It's always about what we should be doing and what we shouldn't do. Everybody seems to be scared to death about what we're going to do. Every time you turn around, it's we should forgive somebody, or we shouldn't be violent, or we shouldn't do this, we shouldn't do that. Well, to those of you who are saying these things, put yourself in our shoes. As a matter of fact, how about you trade places with Eric Garner? Why don't you go and trade places with George Floyd? Trade places with Trayvon Martin. Trade places with Michael Brown. Then come back and talk to us. Go get choked out. Go try that on for size. Go get the life choked out of your body by a racist, cold-blooded, poor excuse of a human being that's hiding behind a badge that's supposed to stand for justice and equal treatment. So when you go get choked out, right? And when you come back from heaven or hell, sit down and have a conversation with us about what we should do and what we shouldn't do. Okay? But if you're not willing to get choked out, if you're not willing to get shot, if you're not willing to do all these things that done happen to all of these brothers and sisters, that's not, you are our sisters who've been murdered in cold blood. So if you're not willing to go through those things and lose your life the way them brothers and sisters did, don't come at us with we should do this, we should do that. You don't know how we feel. You don't know what we're going through. As a matter of fact, if you're saying something like that, I can't consider you being black. I can't imagine somebody black sitting up here saying that we shouldn't do this and we shouldn't do that. Hold on one second, people. I'm a little under the weather, so bear with me. Shout out to my strong peoples in the chat. Wanda Harris, ladies' night. We had ladies' night last night. It was very cool. We unveiled Gangster Talk, and the ladies had some fun. But we couldn't air it because there was an issue. But we're working on that issue. We'll get it resolved, and we'll put that ladies' night up for everybody to enjoy. Now, it seems that you have some Beckys out here trying to tell us what we should do. Well, my response to these Beckys is, and these Brads, you need to shut the fuck up. Mind your own business. You don't tell us what to do. It's your people who are doing these things to us. You need to go tell those killer cops what not to do, rather than telling us what we should do. How you gonna come at us with extreme violence and make us pay the ultimate price? You've taken everything from George Floyd. You've taken his life. That's everything he had to offer. You've taken everything from Trayvon Martin. You've taken his life. That's everything he had to offer. You took everything from Eric Garner and Michael Brown. You took their lives. That's everything they had to offer. You took everything from these people. And the sister, Corinne Gaines, and the other sister, Sandra Bland. You took everything away from these people. And you want to tell us how to act? You think you can do that just because you're white? You see what's going on right now? It's the appropriate response, these protests. Because there's violence involved. People say, well, I'm not going to condone violence. Sometimes violence is necessary. Because sometimes it's the only way you're going to solve a problem. We can't go through life scared to death of conflict our whole life and thinking that everybody wants to talk. Everybody's going to be Mr. Rogers. And this is Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. We live in the real world, in real time, with real people. And in reality, a lot of people are bad people. There's some vicious, cold-blooded people out here. This isn't a fairy tale. This isn't a story. In real life, there were some cold-blooded, vicious people out here that don't understand anything but violence. You go and you take a look at that tape of that man pinned down on the ground. 1 second, John. You go take a look at that tape and you see that man pinned down on the ground with his face into the pavement. And there's a racist race soldier with his knee in his neck, with his hand in his pocket. I want you to notice the posture and how he had absolutely no care in the world on whether this man's life was going to pass. No care. He actually had his hand in one of his pockets. So you're talking about someone that's casually sitting there suffocating someone. Casually sitting there like it's no big deal, like he could have been having a cold ice drink. Could have been smoking a cigarette. He could have been sniffing coke. He could have been smoking a Black and Mild. Absolutely no regard for the life that he is suffocating beneath his knee. So if that don't tell you what kind of people are out here, then you're blind. See, people like that have to be dealt with. And you can't deal with people like that sometimes in a civil manner. I mean, to sit on that man's neck as his life is slipping away and have absolutely no feeling about it. How do you negotiate with somebody like that? How do you deal with somebody like that without using violence? All this "we shall overcome" crap, we aren't going to overcome anything unless we put in the effort to overcome it. All this singing and whatnot, you need to cut that out. All this hallelujah and all this crap going around, you can cut all that out. That ain't stopping nothing. Yeah, yeah, Sharita. Absolute nonsense. I mean, just sitting there, he could have been smoking a cigarette. Like there was absolutely nothing going on. This is the type of people that you're up against in this world. That's the type of person that you got guys like SKC cooning for. Those are the people that they're cooning for. These are the people that you have coons out here. People like ABL, SKC. These are people that they stand on the side of these vicious racists. They uphold their talking points. This is what your sissy bims. Okay? Yes, YSBM. These are people that are their heroes. Cold-blooded murderers, racist murderers. Absolutely suffocated an innocent man. I don't want to hear nothing about the crime he's supposed to have committed. So what? All right, he passed the what? So what? He's supposed to have to pass some kind of a fake $20 bill. Who cares? If that's the case, just arrest him and take him to jail. That doesn't garner any kind of death sentence. That doesn't mean that you kill that man because he was passing some phony paper. I did this stream tonight because I was in the server talking to the ladies. And then something about a Becky came up saying that we should behave. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was the ex-girlfriend of George Floyd who immediately put her status to single. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. You brothers out there that's looking to swirl, you need to take this as a lesson. George Floyd had a Becky. As soon as he was choked out, she put single on her Facebook. Shout out to Cynthia G for pointing that out. Okay, let me see what the sniper's talking about over here. We need to change the way these law enforcement officers are hired. We know what it is. We were on track with the 21st century task force reform on policing. And we're now totally off track. So I would just say right now. Apparently this came from a Becky. It says, I'm sick of people expecting Why? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sick of people expecting white girls who like black boys to talk about political crap. We don't care about what's going on in America. Just because she sleeps with a black, just because she sleeps with black guys doesn't mean. I'm sorry. She said just because she sleeps with black guys, it doesn't make her Martin Luther King. And what's wrong with wanting mixed race children? They aren't black, so my sister has mixed children, and she's not posting about this shit. Wow, you know, and you brothers who go after these Beckys, this is what you're going to get. This is the kind of cold and heartless feelings that they have towards you.
A single follow-up question because what you said was so accurate, and I think that is a good place for us to end. With your,
I mean, that's absolutely crazy.
And I thank you so much for doing this. Can you please be so?
You don't care anything. And then she says, "What's wrong with mixed children? They aren't black."
Thank you. And thank you for watching, everyone. This special.
Absolutely, Shiri. You don't give a F about none of this. I'm gonna open up the panel. It's a free night tonight. Anybody want to come on up? Hey, my co-host is up here. Dan, can you hear me? Turn on your mic. Let me put the link out in the chat.
Okay.
Come on up, everybody. Y'all want to jump in on this conversation? I wasn't going to go live tonight. It was just some of the spur of the moment. I want to talk about the protests, and a few things. So if anybody else want to kick it, the link's there in the chat. Dane?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was reading Bro Speak. He said we need to stop this this forgiving in public. I said the little bit I've seen, his brothers ain't forgiving Jack. They ain't no in no I'm gonna forgive you type of mood.
For better and for worse. The most important part of the coverage of this event.
Yeah.
Keep it gangster. Keep it gangster.
See the faces of the
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
And
Oh, now they want us to be nice. We ain't going back to that no more. We tried begging, we tried asking, we tried marching. Hey, so hey, we tried being doing things your way, and it still didn't change nothing. So we're gonna do the things the way we want to do it.
not all
You should just be quiet because you don't know how to. Yeah, you really want to talk to somebody? Talk to the police. Talk to your government official and tell them, hey, y'all need to change the thing. This is not right. Don't be telling us how we should reacting, feeling, responding.
on the streets.
Yeah, if y'all do take the link tonight to come on up to the panel, keep it gangster. We're not trying to be politically correct. This is gangster talk. So I'm not the original host of Gangster Talk, but she's not able to make it tonight. So I'm stepping in. So if you come up tonight, get about that political correct crap. Keep it straight gangster. Yeah, Dane.
Yeah, you just better be glad we're not stomping your white behind while you standing in front of us, protesting on our behalf. Okay, then you shouldn't be the one out there breaking up the windows, looting stuff and stuff like that. Y'all are making it worse for us. We trying to protect. We trying to get our point across. Y'all trying to get some goods. Y'all trying to get some thrills, and and show that y'all down by breaking up stuff. No, no, no. It's not going to go onto your little white behind. It's going to go on us. They're going to give y'all a slap on the wrist. They're going to try to bury us under the jailhouse. So you need to step back and be quiet. You wanna talk and show support? Go to your government officials and say, hey, we don't like this. Hey, this was wrong. Hey, this been going on all this time. We need to
Dang,
change things. Hmm? What? What?
dang, hold on for a second. Only said so. It wasn't just his girlfriend; it was his fiance. Yeah, and you know what? And that's messed up. You know, he's swirling, but still, you know, to murder a man like that in cold blood, that's cold blooded. I don't care how you look at it, man. That man was pleading for his life, and the last thing that came out of his mouth was he was crying out for his black mother. Wasn't crying out for his Becky. He was crying out for the mother he came out of. That was insane, man. I mean, you know, that messed me up, man. Just watching that, and that man breathing, couldn't breathe, and he gasping for air, and he calling out for his mother, and they had that crazy lunatic racist cracker not give a damn. That just blew my mind. That just messed my whole head up for a minute. That just messed my whole head up, man. I couldn't even. I mean, as a human being, that bothered me. I understand the spoiling thing ain't cool, but man, to murder somebody like that and to feel nothing about it, you know that nah, we can't turn a blind eye to something like that. They're gonna do that to one of your kids. You know what happens when they start doing it to us? Well, actually, they have been doing it to us. You know, they're not doing it. You know, they're not murdering just swirlers. They're murdering black people. Period. You know, it's not just swirlers. They taking out. I mean, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Like you just have no regard. It was almost like watching a movie, like some old crazy stuff like John Wick. You know, like it's just murder for no reason. And to watch that grown man knowing his life is being taken away from him, and he's pleading for his life and calling out for his mother. That's beyond insanity to me. Yeah, you know, I didn't want to see it either, but we have to face the terrible violence that's happening to us in order to really understand, in order to understand what we're up against. You're up against some evil people who have the mentality of a cold-blooded killer. These people are monsters. Dang, dang.
Yes.
They're turning it up in New York right now. I'm watching it on the CNN. All right, everybody,
Oh,
it's getting hot in New York right now as we speak. Um, yeah, it's getting hot. You see up north, they don't like the cops up north any old way. So I'm not surprised that what's going down in New York right now is going down. You know, I'm from Jersey. We don't like cops up there. Um, a lot of cops get shot up north. You know, it's not like the South. You know, in the North, people shoot back. Black folks shoot back. Uh, so I'm not surprised what's going on up there in the New York right now because they just simply don't like cops up there. Um, dang,
yes.
take it over for me for a few minutes. I'll be right back. Okay. Try to keep it
Okay.
on the protest and keep it gangster. Don't come up. Don't let nobody come up here being politically correct. This is gangster night. All right. We're keeping it real. We're keeping it real
Okay.
hard tonight. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. All right, y'all. This is perfect opportunity to come into the panel and rant and let it all out. You know, uh, no modifying yourself. Just tell it how it is. Tell it how you feel. Oh my goodness, yeah. So now that cities are burning, well, the cities are burning and it's spreading all across the nation. Shooks, I just saw a brief clip where London was having a Black Lives Matter protest for George Floyd. I was like, whoa, it's getting to London. I was like, so this is traveling. Black people all over the world is waking up, and they're starting to protest in their countries about the treatment they getting over there. But so this is probably what they fear the most, that it is going to travel all over the diaspora, and it's never going to end. Some are protesting peacefully. Some are protesting very angrily. They're very, 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 very angry. Um, but that don't mean that we're not all angry. We just show it and we do it all differently. Um, yeah, shooks. Shooks in my state, I was like looking at two separate protests. One, all black people that I could see, and the other one, all white people I could see, same city, but we protested separately, um, as far as I can tell. For what I seen, the little on both footage for New Orleans, it looked like two separate ones. Um, Yeah, because we ain't trusting right now. We don't really trust y'all. We see y'all, but I still look at white people as trying to get something out of y'all. y- Y'all move differently. Y'all think different. Y'all have no idea what we're going through, and y'all trying to dictate things, try to control things. Uh, y'all need to control yourselves. Y'all need to dictate to the government officials saying, okay, I'm protesting, go and tell it to them. Don't be telling it to us. Okay, you saying you understand, you accepting that racism, God, then you should be in your city, in your state, working on things immediately to show that yes, we hear you, we get it, we understand, we're doing things. We didn't do things before, but we're doing it now. That's what should be doing. No, 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 no. I think some of them that's in
Nah,
there are playing.
hold on, let me check in here.
Hmm.
Nah, bro, speak. I don't think they're rioting just to be rioting. What I think they're doing is they're trying to make the riots that's already going on larger, because this needs to be a serious message.
Hmm.
As black people, you have to be sick and tired of what's going on, and you have to be sick and tired of that feeble mindset that you have that's been given to you by Western society. You see, whenever black people get together and try to do something, we have to stop with this. They're doing this just because other people are doing it. No, we have to start looking at it for what it really is. Okay? People are upset, bro, speak. People are sick and tired of watching stuff like this. And the fact that they show this on television, okay, is already psychological manipulation. They're trying to desensitize you to black life. And when you sit up here and you uphold racist white talking points, and you use your Western philosophy on your own people, then you are helping them to desensitize people, especially black people, to black life. And we have to stop doing that. We have to get out of that feeble mindset. See, what you don't understand is the mentality that you have is a white mentality when you think that way. And that's just a projection of fear that's been put on you from them. See, it's their fear that's been projected onto you. This is why they always tell you to forgive, right? Because they live in fear all the time of retaliation. And why do they live in fear? Because they're really not built like that. They are a fragile people. And they are a cowardly people. Okay? If it wasn't for their big racist machine, they wouldn't be running this country. And that big racist machine, right, has many working parts, many tentacles that stretch and have reach all over the world. But the main thing, the main cog in that racist machine is Negroes. You know, and you coons, y'all gotta stop doing this to your own people, man. I don't know what y'all think y'all going to get at the end of the day, because no one is going to trust you. Okay. Okay. We got bro speak. Spoken brother, bro speak to the panel.
Hey everyone, how y'all doing tonight?
What's going on?
Yeah, I wanted to clarify that comment. I'm not saying that the most of the black people are rioting. I'm talking about the white folks that doing that. They'll take any opportunity to riot, just to riot. I'm not with the whole that they are just doing it out of protest. Maybe some of them are doing it, but I know a lot of them white folks, they will riot for anything.
Oh, now that I agree with you on.
Yeah, that's why that's why I should have put that with that comment.
Yeah, you threw me off with that. But
yeah,
no,
that's not what I was trying to say with the black folks. I know that most of them are rioting because they are angry. You know, they're tired of it. They've seen that. You know, shoot, I was getting when I heard that. I'm like, are you serious? To put the dude.
Man, it broke my heart to see that man die like that. You know, that shouldn't happen to no brother, man. No man. That brother died gasping for air, begging for his life and calling for his mother.
I've seen part of the video. I haven't seen all of it, and just seeing the dude with the knee on the back, I'm like, why would you put your knee on the dude?
So nonchalant, had a hand in his pocket, like it was no big deal. He could have been having a drink. He could have been, smoking a cigarette. You know, he didn't care about the life he was taking away. He had no care in the world.
And the thing of it is, he had no fear of any repercussions.
No.
That's what get me. I mean, it's like, I work in a prison. We can't even do that. We can't even put the guy on his stomach for fear of, if we do that and he dies, we're gonna get in trouble. Not only getting fired, we are getting sued, and the state is not going to help us with it.
That's why I believe that this response is appropriate. I understand that there's some violence, but listen, sometimes violence is necessary. I'm sorry, people live in a la-la land, fairy tale world if you think that there's never going to be a cause for violence. You have too many vicious and cold-blooded people in this world. Violence is going to be necessary at times. So I don't agree with them tearing up businesses, but I don't have no problem with the police precincts. I really don't. It's the businesses I think they should leave alone. But then again, you call down the thunder, now it's cracking.
Yeah. That would have been that would be my only thing is, not tearing up black businesses, but like you said, once people get emotional and angry, logic goes out the window on that.
Yeah.
And
And you
so,
can't sit up here and say act right when you drove them to this.
right.
You drove them to this. Black people were driven to this. Eventually, the straw was going to break. The last straw, the last shoe was going to drop at some point. You know, I always said we just can't simply continue to take this without retaliating. At some point, we were going to start fighting back. Dang,
Mm.
dang.
Yes, yes.
I'm sorry, take over for me. I got to go on a quick break.
Okay. Yeah, I do think that there's a lot of bored white people that's doing doing this for thrills. There might be a few that's they honestly believe they're doing the right thing, but there's way too many of them that's doing that because they bored. They want to see some action. They
Yep.
want to riot. Shucks, actually, they tend to be the ones that be burning down stuff and smashing everything. We've seen enough of the football riots, whether they win or lose, where they tearing up well, not football, well, any kind of sporting event. Shucks, seen
College,
one that was
like
yeah,
the college
hockey,
games. Oh,
yeah,
boy,
yeah,
that's why I'll be
mm-hmm,
like, no, I don't like hanging around white folks at
mm,
these sporting events, and
uh-uh.
especially when they get drunk. Oh, it's
Oh my goodness,
that
it,
is,
it, it makes it makes them bolder and crazier. It's like
yeah.
I was drunk. Yeah, and they make that excuse all the time. I'm like, okay, I've been drunk. I never done any of these things or felt the urge to do them.
Nah, they shit.
That, as far as I'm concerned, it's an excuse to do whatever they want to do. It'd be like in their mind, like, well, they know I'm drunk, so since they know I'm drunk and I know I'm drunk, I could do whatever I want. But yeah, so yeah, because a lot of these, some of these riots, I'm seeing more white people than I do black people.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there was also, and also there was out there was other YouTubers talking about some of them are
Mhm.
trying to make it seem worse than what it is. They caught a reporter playing uh gunshots on his phone, trying to make it seem like these rioters are shooting,
Mhm.
which when they weren't, they caught him on camera doing it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
instigating
that's
stuff.
yeah, that stuff is going on too. And yeah, you know, but yeah,
Mhm.
like I said, I mean, I'm not surprised that it's happening. I mean, they're rioting here in Houston as well,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
to me,
I hadn't had a chance to see anything from Texas yet.
yeah,
So
they
I,
they yeah they done it in Houston. Uh, they've been rioting in Dallas as well. I don't know about the other Texas cities. I
yeah,
just know
and
those two.
shooks. In Texas, black folks got more to fear from. They got concealed to carry, open carry. It'll take some cowboy-minded white person to think, oh, finally the race war. Now I can shoot freely and start tat 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 in the crowd.
Yep, and
Hmm.
I mean, I can't go against that theory, and
Hmm.
that's what I say. And also, I would say, um, remember what happened with Ferguson when people started protesting,
Hmm.
and you had white people starting to join in on it.
Hmm.
All of a sudden, then they started focusing on domestic violence. If you remember that they got Ray Rice and Adrian Peterson.
Mm.
And they start focusing on that, and then it drove the attention away from Ferguson.
Yeah.
So I think we as black people, we need to watch out for that.
Shucks, maybe that's why it's a good thing in New Orleans they had their two separate protesting. Black folks had theirs in one area, white folks had theirs in another area. So if something break down, you know exactly who it's coming from. No, 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 we don't trust y'all that much. Y'all got y'all protest down that way. Go.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that might be the best thing because
Hmm.
like I said, there's a lot of stuff that can happen that will make this
Hmm.
seem more than what it is,
Hmm. Yeah.
and
And
like you said, it might.
as I said, they won't point out or say, oh, white protesters uh are rioting it. No, it's gonna be protesting, and they're gonna be flashing every black person that they could protest. In fact, if you see these white people tearing up stores, don't go in there. I know I've seen a lot of it's the kids. I don't know if they teenagers, they at least 20 and under. And they going in there with the white people. It's like that's it. I said, didn't anybody teach y'all that whenever there's a white person, a black person doing the same exact thing, the white person get the slap on the wrist and you get buried underneath the jail?
Well, that's what's it that they're not being taught that. That's
Mm-hmm.
they thinking everything's fair. Oh, it's
Mm-hmm.
fair, it's fair. No,
Yeah,
no, you're learning wrong.
yeah, yeah. My best friend's son was saying that until uh 20s, and he's was starting to work, and then he's like, well, everything you're saying is true. Uh, Let the white dude get away with all kind of stuff, but I if I do the same thing, I'll get fired. It's like, yeah, I've been telling you this. You've been telling me no, that's a long time ago. Okay, I was wrong, I was wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not fair.
shoot, I used to think that, but man, when when I when I started working at the prison, I learned that no, that's not the case. I mean, we
Hmm.
had this guy was head of maintenance.
Hmm.
I mean, didn't stuff that he needed to fix, he wouldn't fix, or he was late, or
Hmm.
he wouldn't even order parts for the prison
Mm.
so they can fix the stuff. And so we had ACA come around, which is like the American Corrections Association. They come around, they check the prison, see if they're in compliance. Uh, we failed that. We failed it because a lot of stuff was so broken down.
Hmm.
Uh, the warden that we had at the time, he had to retire early than what he wanted to. The major there almost got fired. A whole bunch of people almost got fired because of this one guy, and they couldn't do
Hmm.
nothing about him because he was so connected.
Hmm.
Um, up, up above, they couldn't do nothing with him till finally people up above fired him. 'Cause they
Hmm.
just saw how bad he was leaving the stuff in and making them look bad, so they had to fire him. But
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's like a lot of us don't understand that. We still think it's fair. We're looking at TV and seeing,
Hmm.
oh, well, it's fair. It's fair. There's nothing. n- They don't get no advantages.
Yeah.
No, they get advantages.
Yeah. And I'm watching some of the rest of the protesters. Okay, now I'm seeing this white woman arrested. She's so nonchalant, chill. It's like it's fun for her. She just casually, you can tell the whole body movement saying that this ain't nothing. This is kind of fun. Her being handcuffed behind her back, and but I'm seeing these black girls, and they are scared. They are scared, and I was like, you see, even the attitude is not the same. You know, white girl has no care in the world. You know, there might be one or two scared, but for the most part, they like nonchalant, like, you know, it's no big deal. Black people, we scared because it's you don't know how it's gonna go. It could go badly, whether you was in it or not. You could have just happened to be there.
Hmm. Well, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, like she said, she feel like she probably get out the next day. Ain't no,
Hmm.
it's not. They don't see any consequences. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
my daddy can get me out of here, or my mama. I could just call mama or daddy, and they can get me out of there. Or I might have a cousin that
Hmm.
some might be connected to the police chief, and I can get
Hmm.
out. That's the thing. Meanwhile, us black folks, we know we ain't got no connections like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we know it. Shoot, we go in there. Yeah,
Hmm.
shit might
Yeah.
happen to us.
And then we don't know what kind of outside groups they're part of. There's there was two protests. I came in. There was two protest group in what was it? I think it was Santa Monica. Monica. One group was having a peaceful protest, and this other group that was I guess they were in riot mode. They was going to try to merge themselves into the peaceful protesters, but the police gassed them and they sent the other ones away. I was like, oh, okay, these are very peaceful protesters. Where where did the tear gas come from? Because I heard tear gas. No, it turned out there was two separate groups.
Right.
Oh, and I see they had the truck driver that drove through there, they had to arrest him. They were the protesters were ready to pull him out the car. I guess well, hey, it's like it's flashback into South Carolina when that racist idiot drove through the protesters. But this is with an 18 wheeler truck.
He
I
was
was
trying
like,
to run people over with an 18-wheel truck.
I don't know if he just was flying through there or he was deliberately trying to drive through the protesters, but there was protesters on the interstate
Yeah.
and he's coming through there fairly fast. People are moving out of the way, and then all of a sudden he just stopped real hard. I think him and protesters start running. I guess if it was me, I'd be running to see my people over there, and then you angry because you flashing back to South Carolina. This racist so and so, and they trying to pull him out of the truck.
Wow.
Hmm.
Man.
So I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it's not good either way.
No, it's definitely not. And yeah, I think again, we really got to be careful
Mm-hmm.
with this stuff.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I'm not against the I'm not against the
th-
rioting per se. I mean, just if we focus
yeah,
on the right people, it
yeah.
should
That's what my pastor was saying. He
yeah,
said, he said, you have a righteous anger, but don't let that anger steer you towards stay focused. Stay focused on the people and the that you need to focus on and stuff like that. Don't let the anger focus on people or things that have nothing to do with it. You focus on the government. You focus on the police. You keep letting them know how angry you're not taking this anymore, and you're gonna keep it up until things change.
yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
is.
you put their feet to the fire, but you don't use the fire to burn down things or fall in line with a bunch of opportunists that wants to loot and stuff like that, or think it's fun to do as much damage as possible, stuff like that. No, you have a purpose. You're angry. You have a right to be angry. Focus it and keep it on its purpose.
Yeah, that's what it is. When keep it focused, use it as a tool to focus it to
Mm-hmm.
something positive. That's what it should be done. It shouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
just because you, like you said, you let that fire burn, you burn everything. Now you don't have no allies. You don't have nothing,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
then
and
and you're in a worse position than you were beforehand.
yeah, and they're just so nonchalant. They waiting in line as they get on the patty bus, and they just nonchalant.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, if you see
yeah.
some of the like the lineup, I mean not the lineups, like the I guess the photos they take while they're in prison. You see a lot of the white people. They don't seem like, oh man, I'm in trouble now. No, they're just taking pictures like it's a
Hold on,
fast photo.
let me get my selfie pose. I want to a beautiful picture. You do know that's your mugshot, right? Well, it could be a pretty mugshot. I actually, uh, okay, drunk white girl drove her car in the canal. Apparently, it was her second or third time. The police had it up to there, and so they arrested her. So they thinking they gonna scare her straight. So they doing the fingerprint and they doing the mugshot. And she said, hold up, where's my purse? Where's my purse? She wants to get her makeup kit and fix up her makeup so she could take her mugshot.
Crazy. That's
Yeah, the guys the white boys are telling me about this because it's like what the hell, going to school and you see your bus coming canal. There's a car in the canal. When did that happen? I'm speaking to, hey, did y'all see that car in the canal? Speaking to a friend, and they bumped in and go, yeah, you know whose car that is, right? And me being the nosy person I am, I went to ask. Okay, but yeah. So yeah, there's too much uh white people taking over our protests. They took over the Me Too. I don't even know if Me Too's the same anymore.
Okay, I'm
They
back.
took over. Hmm.
nah,
All right,
it's
everybody.
that thing is pretty much done. Like it,
Yeah, I've
Uh
been while you guys were talking, I've been watching the news.
huh.
They're starting to set fires again. This is getting
Oh.
even worse. Man. People are really scrapping right now, live on TV as we speak. They are throwing down hand-to-hand combat with the police, and they are setting more things on fire. They got more fires raging. This is in New York. This is in Atlanta. This ain't going away, folks.
Mm-mm.
This is the real deal. People are tired. People are fed up. They're going to pay. This is the price that they're going to pay for being racist. This is the price that they're going to pay for being racist. Watching it right now.
Uh, okay.
All right,
Okay.
people. Thanks for doing a good job holding it down. Everybody, thanks for tuning in to. It was great, Auntie. I'm getting ready to go back to work here Tuesday. Um, it was good. I feel refreshed. Um, being home with the wife, relaxing, kicking it with you guys every now and then. I'll be heading back on the road for a little while, but not too long. I ain't gonna be out there long this time. I'll be home much more frequently. But this ain't going away, people. This is getting worse. It's starting to escalate. They really, really, really angry with the police officers as well. They should be. I'm not condoning anybody hurting police officers, but they done brought this on themselves. You know, you can't keep mistreating people. You can't keep unjustly murdering people and think that you're so high and mighty that you're above the own laws that you set for everyone else. Can't do that. We don't live in medieval times. We're not ruled by a tyrant or a king. This is a society that's powered by its people. And its people will have a voice. And they're going to make sure that they have a voice. That's what this is all about. They're letting the government know that the people matter. And the people will have a voice. So with that being said, Frank.
Yes.
Dang. You got something to say before we get out of here, before we wrap it up?
Oh, shoots. There's a lot to say, but most I'm going to say right now is focus your anger. Don't get caught up into these white people wanting to make it exciting for them because they bored. You know who you need to be focusing on and what you need to be focusing on. Leave the stores alone, leave the property alone. Just focus and put your feet to the fire. The police, um, the government, specialized state government, um, to make the changes we need to be made.
All right. Bro, speak, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah, man, go ahead and kick in. Give us some
Well,
last words before we get on out of here.
well, I would say thank y'all for having me on the panel. The thing I would like to say, look, just to piggyback on Dame, focus that anger. Use it to focus on the true enemies that we have. The racist white cops and the policies that these governments in these cities and the states that are permitting this kind of stuff to happen, where cops can go free killing a black person, and the mindset that where people can just watch this and not do anything, not do anything when it's happening. We gotta change that mindset. We got. I don't care if he was a squirrel or not. I don't care if he was. I don't care if it was she was a ratchet black woman or not. I don't care. This could have happened to any of us at any time, and it's got to stop.
No, I didn't see that. A black cop knocked out a black woman?
Huh? No. Well, I'm saying that this could have happened to a black man, black woman.
No, bro. Speak. I was looking at something in the chat by Ona. She said that a black cop ran up from behind and knocked a black woman out.
Huh? Damn.
Yeah, we got coons in the police department too. Ona. Unfortunately, a lot of black cops have been brainwashed with that blue wall of silence that we're blue and they're black. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate, but we got that going on with them too.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, thanks for joining the panel. We're gonna get on out of here. And look for Gangster Talk coming up soon with the real host. Okay, will be Lucy when she's available. She will be hosting Gangster Talk. I'm just doing an impromptu right now and felt like keeping the gangster with you guys. But the real host will be doing the next Gangster Talk, and that will be Lucy. You all know her, you all love her, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna light it up when she starts hosting. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Try to stay out of trouble and stay healthy. Peace out.
All right. Bye-bye.
Gotta get on the grind. Papa the clip of my nine, bitch, you can slip it, good chalk and fall in the nighttime. Gotta get mine. Ain't taking the shirts of the boss inside for the phone. Call up my nigga, send that home. The shit the back 10 crown. Gotta this weekend and so bring your shit, cause once again, it's on. To the dog with a flip of bird. My wig to the curb, so I was swerving too loud. To pick up the 666 thug and pop the murder for rapper and toe clout. Smoke, got by the mid box, so high, I cover the slave with both grenades and a gate. I'm a play with the love of all in the ground. Been like, couldn't they drop late? Which spot of the place they quickly rolled up. Bulldozed to the living room, hopped out of the car and started to blow up. Fucking in the boom, they blew all their bodies all over the room. Them two, they gotta move fast, why the purple's coming. Stepped up to you, man, so niggas don't think it's funny. I'm coming up again and not quite, cause flesh be loving this money. I'm giving up love to the hustlers, all them sick lip ducks, just making that money, skating on your feet. And you better believe, gotta have that cheese for the green leaf, never catch me sleep. Steady on the grind, get my stand down from a crime, and I hit it to 99. Give it up that yeah, yo, making me say, yo, 20s to the dime. Hit up the stick, overlook up that 211. Gotta get what's mine, been failing. Been kicking up dust, I'm trying failing 1 and 7. That's how it is, and I got to have it, and then not quite. Mission to check the bill, to still be real, thugging on the clock, like creeping on the corner. Won't sleep till I'm done up, gotta blaze me blood up, hunt up another pot and scheme, gotta make some breakfast up, nut up, gotta get that business on, even though the food and run is done, been feeling lovely, but I'm just in it for the love of the money. Gotta make that money, man. Money, man, it's still the same now. Gotta make that money, man. Money, man, it's still the same now. Gotta make that money, man. Money, man, it's still the same now. Gotta make that money, man. Money, man, it's still the same now. Standing on the corner, straight slang and rocks. Oh, shit, here comes a motherfucking cop. So I dash, I ducks and I hide behind.
But I'm just guessing, but from what we know from the other season, it looks like